Hi, I'm James Bruce, you're watching MakeUseOf.com, and this week I've been taking a look at Reolink's newest security camera, the RLC-511, a 5 megapixel super high resolution security camera available now for just over $100. On top of the 5 megapixel sensor, you have a 4x optical zoom in a bullet style rugged outdoor design. Now, this particular model can run over Power over Ethernet, or PoE, meaning that it's super convenient to install. You don't need to find another power socket. However, they do also offer a wireless option of the same model, exactly the same design, but doesn't work over PoE. So the main attraction of the RLC-511 is the 5 megapixel Super HD camera sensor, and the display is absolutely crystal clear. It's gorgeous. It's the best security camera visually I've ever seen. You'll see everything in stunning detail. However, I should note that this is strictly a video camera for security, and as such there is no microphone, so you won't pick up on any audio in those videos. In addition, of course, there's also no talkback capability, so it's no good as a video doorbell replacement. And although there is a really great 4x optical zoom and refocusing ability, the camera itself is fixed where you mount it, and there's no pan tilt, so you will have to tweak it to point exactly where you want at the time of install. But this optical zooming is really nice. It keeps the clarity even if you need to see something pretty far away. In terms of design, it's a 3x3 inch square which goes back 5 inches in length. So it's quite boxy, quite bulky, and that's not including the mounting bracket that you then attach to the wall. Now, for this reason, it is of course completely unsuitable for use inside of the home. Might look fine in a warehouse, but this isn't really something you want to mount inside your hallway somewhere. It is strictly for outdoors. Now, the size isn't necessarily a bad thing. As you know, with security cameras, the best thing is to have them on display to act as a deterrent. Installation was super simple. Just use the included template to drill some holes or screw it directly into your wall. Then adjust the angle as needed. I would, however, suggest plugging it in somewhere else and setting the device up first, so that you can live view the camera as you're mounting it and tweak the angle for where you want it to see. As well, if you had some network problems, it would be best to get that sorted out before you actually mount it on the wall. Now, that's not to say I had any problems at all with the network when installing it, just that you might, and it would probably be better to get that done first. So as mentioned, this model, the RLC-511, is a Power over Ethernet, a PoE enabled model, which means it's incredibly easy to install, but you will need some existing PoE infrastructure. Alternatively, you can use a PoE injector, which is where something you just plug into the wall and then you plug an Ethernet cable into that and it adds power onto the Ethernet cable. But the standard way is to wire it into a PoE enabled switch. So for me, this just meant running a new length of Ethernet along the length of my loft from an Ubiquiti Unify PoE switch and then dropping it through the eaves of the roof. Suffice to say, it was really simple to install. The only fiddly bit for me was trying to put the waterproof cover onto the Ethernet cable where it plugged in. It was a little bit too long, so I had to remove a bit of the plastic casing at the back. It's also nice that in the package they include a small screwdriver and hex tool for adjusting the angle and then tightening up the camera. Oddly, they also include a 1 meter Ethernet cable in the package, which probably isn't going to be sufficient for any installation really. However, who am I to argue with a free Ethernet cable? In terms of other hardware features, there is of course a great night mode with IR LEDs, and the clarity is fantastic, just as in the daytime. However, I did notice that the infrared was so bright that it completely reflected off of the number plate and made it illegible. Another great feature is the weatherproof micro SD card slot around the back, which is for local recording, and I strongly encourage you to do this. That means that there's no need to pay for expensive cloud backup solutions. You just record everything locally onto the device without paying anything extra, just the cost of a micro SD card, which isn't included in the package. So on to software. If you're unfamiliar with the Reolink range, then you should know that one of the greatest strengths is that they come with a fully featured desktop software client in which you can access the full range of Reolink cameras. They do of course also have a mobile app, but it's the desktop client that I really like. To set up the device initially, you will still need the mobile app. You just scan a QR code and it adds it immediately to your account, which is great. It's really easy to set up and I've never had a problem with that. Then after initial setup, you can add it into the desktop client. So this is great because it means I can be working from home and have a small window in the corner of the screen in which to keep an eye on the front door. The The software can display a grid of up to 16 cameras at once if you want, and in total you can have 32 devices added to the software. Now, a single device can be up to 4 cameras if you buy into one of their larger NVR solutions. So that's an awful lot of cameras, and this is really great if you want to build it out into an extensive professional CCTV system. You can absolutely do it with Reolink while still having access through their great consumer-grade mobile app. There's no additional software licenses needed for further cameras, so the only cost is that of the camera itself through the initial purchase. After that, there's no monthly fees, there's no software licenses, it's all included. At the same time, the mobile client they offer is one of the best I've seen. It's clean, it's modern, it's responsive, it's just really nice to use and easy to configure things. In terms of remote viewing, everything also worked out of the box for me. It was all ready configured. I didn't have to adjust any settings in my router. As soon as I turned off the Wi-Fi, or went on to someone else's Wi-Fi on 3G or on 4G, etc., I could still view all of the feeds through the mobile app. Both the desktop and mobile app, of course, have all the features you would expect from a security camera bit of software. You can view locally recorded events, the app itself has notifications for motion detection, and you can configure manual recording schedules or turn on motion events only for set times, etc. Everything you'd expect, really. You can also turn on email notifications, in which case you'll get an email which camera it was from, along with a screen capture of what it saw. Also good to know is that the camera supports an on-VIF feed, so you can integrate it into third-party solutions such as Synology Surveillance Station. The only thing missing from the equation is Alexa support, and I'm still holding out that that'll be added in a future update. So having had the camera outside for about a week now, through various Cornish wind and rain, the quality of the visuals hasn't degraded at all. It doesn't seem to have been smudged or got blurry or anything like that. It still looks as good as the day I installed it. Now obviously this was a very short-term test, but it does indicate that it'll be weatherproof in the long run. The lack of Alexa support is disappointing, especially given there are cheaper devices out there which do support the displaying of the feeds on Echo Show or Echo Spot. But that said, in reality, if you're buying into the Reolink system, you're probably not looking for a gimmick with Alexa support. You're probably more looking at it because of their really solid desktop software solution and the full range of cameras that they offer. So although Alexa Show support is a neat party trick, in reality I haven't found myself using it that much on other cameras that do support it. So should you buy the RLC-511? Yes, if you're looking for a solidly well-built outdoor security camera with fantastic quality visuals and don't mind the lack of audio. Yes, if you're looking for something that's super easy to install and runs on power over Ethernet. And also yes, if you're looking to build out into a larger system and will be able to use the great desktop software that Reolink provides. Also yes, if you need the 4x optical zoom and refocusing ability that the camera offers, perhaps because your mounting options are limited, but you need to take a look at a gate that's a bit further away or something like that you can't mount it closer to. However, don't buy the RLC-511 if you need audio capabilities or the ability to talk back to whoever's at the camera. This isn't designed as a doorbell device. Also know if you're looking for an indoor camera, this is far too bulky to use there. However, Reolink do offer other devices, other models, which are a lot more discreet and will fit well into a family home, which of course can then be integrated into the same Reolink desktop software package or viewed through the mobile app. The strength of this camera is really in giving you that crystal clear, super high resolution video display in a bulky outdoor weatherproof package that's going to make a pretty obvious deterrent for anyone looking to burgle your home. Anyway, thank you for watching this review. I hope it has helped you to make an informed decision. If you have any questions, head on over to the link in the description or go ahead and ask away in the YouTube comments and I'll get back to you with what I can. To read the full review, click on the link in the description. Thanks for watching and until next time. Oh, hey, you're still here. Great news, Reolink have given us another one of the RLC-511s to give away to one lucky reader. Just hit up the link in the description and for the next 2-3 weeks you'll find a giveaway widget on the bottom of the review. Pop your details in there to enter the competition and be in with a chance of winning. The video code you're looking to get some bonus entries is I'm watching. All one word, no apostrophes, I'm watching. Good luck and I'll see you next time.